Take a look at this. A Canadian artist is turning heads with a creative approach that blends the worlds of sport and art. Inspired by the energy and movement of athletes, she swaps traditional brushes for sports equipment.
Her work captures the power, rhythm, and emotion of the game in every stroke. So joining us live this morning with more is Samantha Woj. Samantha, it's so great to be chatting with you this morning on such a historic day. I'm such a fan of your work, the things that you can do on these canvases with the details, using, baseball bats, footballs, all these kind of sports equipment is really quite remarkable. I know you were born with a rare genetic disorder. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. Ectrodactyly, characterized by the absence or malformation of fingers and toes. When did you discover that, I'm not going to let this stop me? I'm an artist and I have the power to create these beautiful illustrations?
I'd say it's my whole life, honestly. I've been lucky to be surrounded by so many people who encourage me to always go after what I wanted to do and try things and not be scared to fail. I think sports was the first place I honestly felt like I could be like anybody else, and that was mostly first with soccer, where I could just play with anybody and nobody really questioned my abilities. And with the sports equipment into art is like I always loved art, and I was joking around with my sister one summer during the pandemic, and I was like, you know what, I injured my ankle, so I can't work out or be athletic, but maybe I can be athletic through my art. She's like, do it. And I was like, I will. And it kind of spewed from there, because the Olympics were happening, I think, 2 weeks later. And I was like, I'm going to test painting out some of the athletes going abroad using sports equipment around my house. And then they liked it. People online liked it. And it's been just kind of growing and evolving.
It's remarkable. And I love that you've taken these videos, Samantha, to kind of show, how your sort of creative process goes and how the work goes. How much more of a challenge is it instead of working with a traditional, brush? I mean, bat ends, balls with the laces, etc. I mean, all these different things creates a really stunning effect. But how much more challenging is it as an artist?
Oh, it's super challenging, because paintbrushes, right? You can get the finicky little marks and fix things, and it's right. It's very intricate with a paintbrush, and then with the equipment, I can't really change the shape. So it's what I have is what I have. So it can be challenging at those times where I'm like, if I want to get a very specific mark, it's like I really got to work and find a way to find one item from the sports that can potentially create a mark that I want. And I think that's what's really fun about sports equipment is like I can't create something like just I want to do. It's like I have to work with a medium. I have to work with the sports equipment to create a mark or an imprint from that sport, and it's working together with it, and I find that's what's exciting about it.
Yeah, but I think it's so beautiful that you're able to create these really unique kind of prints on the canvas with the various edges of these sports equipments. I got to ask you, since the Blue Jays have been on such a roll, they've made it to the World Series, has demand for your artwork just skyrocketed from people, wanting to collect these original works?
Yes, like I made a few of these pieces a while back, and like it was a great interaction. But recently, this last week, I've had maybe 5 people contact me, and mostly all my Blue Jay pieces are gone. I have like maybe the Boba Fett one left and Gosman. That's all left. That's all I have left. And then people are ordering prints, so it's like it's taking off, and I'm forever grateful for the Blue Jay fan base.
Now, Samantha, you make this look quite easy in these videos here, and you've described that it is difficult. I wonder when you take a look at say using a baseball glove that we're seeing there, for example, or the edge of a bat. How much practice do you do with the paints on canvas before you say, okay, now I'm ready to use it for an actual work of art? Because you've got to know what's going to be happening when you press whatever it is against that canvas, don't you?
Oh, I go right away. Like
you
there's
do?
no
really okay.
Like I've done like hours and hours of this, so it's the point where it's like, especially the Gosman and the Vladdy, I kind of just went right into it. I created an outline from like the picture, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go for it, because if I overthink it, it's gonna be taking me hours. So I kind of just choose the equipment and be like, I'm gonna just trust the process, trust that I know what I'm doing, and most of the time it comes out pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, it really does. When I look at your work, I think about, all these great artists in the history of art. You've got like Impressionism, Surrealism, Abstract, and this definitely has that Impressionism feel with what you're creating. And I think it's so beautiful. I'm curious, how long does it take you to complete, let's say, an average piece of artwork?
I'd say about 3 hours of painting, just to complete it. from start to finish with paint. And then, yeah.
Well, we hope you're busy doing some World Series portraits or something, maybe at the end of this series with the Dodgers. Samantha, thank you so much for joining us today. You are truly an inspiration. Your work is remarkable. So appreciate this and keep it up. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, lastly, what are your predictions for the series and tonight's game? Do you think the Blue Jays are going to win tonight? Series? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to win. I think either 4 or 6. I just like even numbers, but I definitely know we're going to win at home, like somehow.
That'd be great.
Today.
That would be amazing. All right. We'll hold you to that. Okay, thanks so much, Samantha.